Welcome to Thrive Again, where you will live again. Have you ever wondered what makes trust and friendship so intertwined, yet so fragile? The answer lies in the very essence of human connection. Imagine hypocrisy in a friendship. It's like a tree without roots, isn't it? It can't stand strong, it can't grow, it can't flourish. Trust, my friends, is the very foundation upon which the magnificent edifice of friendship is built. Friendship is like a beautiful melody, and being authentic is the rhythm that keeps it going. The moment the rhythm is disrupted, the melody loses its charm. From catching up over a cup of coffee to sharing your deepest secrets, it's trust that makes you open up. It's trust that makes you feel safe. But what happens when that trust is shaken, or worse, broken? Oh, the pain of betrayal is deep, isn't it? The wound may heal over time, but the scar remains. A grim reminder of the fake and shaky foundation the friendship was on. You see, when we let someone into our lives, when we share with them our dreams, our fears, our secrets, we are extending an invitation of trust. It's like handing over a piece of our soul to them, hoping they would guard it with their life. But when this trust is violated, it's not just a relationship that breaks, it's a part of us that shatters. Trust, once lost, is like a broken mirror. You can try to put the pieces back together, but the cracks will always be visible. And each crack is a painful reminder of the betrayal, of the trust that was once there but is now lost. So, let's ask ourselves, how important is a real friendship? Is it worth risking for a moment of gossip, for a moment of temporary satisfaction? And what happens when the roles are reversed? Imagine if a friend, someone you trusted, betrayed you. How would you react? Once upon a time, there was a friend who was trusted with a secret. Let's call our protagonist Alexandra, an entrepreneur with dreams as big as the southern sky. Alexandra had a friend, a confidant, someone they believed to be trustworthy, reliable. Let's call this friend Susan. Now, Alexandra had a business secret, a golden nugget of an idea that was destined to revolutionize their industry. This secret was Alexandra's ticket to success. It was a secret that Alexandra decided to share with Susan, believing in the sanctity of their friendship. Susan, on the other hand, was a social butterfly, flitting from one friend to another, reveling in the attention and the thrill of being in the know. Susan held Alexandra's secret in her hand like a precious gem, but instead of protecting it, Susan succumbed to the lure of gossip. The secret was whispered into another ear, a person who was not meant to be privy to this confidential information. Let's call this person Riley. Riley, now armed with Alexandra's secret, decided to make a move. They reached out to Alexandra under the guise of a casual conversation. There was an eerie silence on the other end of the line, a silence that screamed of hidden agendas. Or sometimes, Riley would cunningly steer the conversation towards the subject of the secret, waiting for Alexandra to bring it up. The motive? To inject his unsolicited advice, to have his say in a matter which was not his to meddle with. Alexandra, unsuspecting at first, was taken aback. The puzzle pieces started to fall into place. The silence, the subtle prodding, the unsolicited advice, it all pointed to one reality: betrayal. Alexandra's trust in Susan had been shattered. The friend she had confided in, relied upon, had gossiped about her behind her back. The secret that was meant to be protected had been used as a tool for gossip, a means to gain popularity. But Alexandra was not one to be easily defeated. She decided to cut ties with Susan. No more mind games, no more pretentious friendships. Alexandra realized that she didn't need friends who were more interested in being in the loop than respecting their trust. Hypocrisy had no place in Alexandra's life. This is a tale of betrayal, a tale that many of us might find familiar. It's a story that leaves a bitter taste in our mouths, a reminder of the times when trust was broken, secrets were spilled, and friendships were tested. But it's also a story that teaches us a lesson about the importance of trust, the value of true friendship, and the courage it takes to stand up against betrayal. This is a story of betrayal, a tale of lost trust. But what can we learn from it? The impact of such betrayal can be far-reaching, often more than we anticipate. When whispers are shared behind our backs, the aftershock isn't merely a tremor, but a seismic shift that can crack the very foundation of our trust. Imagine our protagonist who confided in a friend, only to discover that their secrets were being served like hors d'oeuvres at a social gathering. The response is instinctive, an immediate severance of ties. The trust, once as sturdy as an oak, is now brittle, shattered like a mirror reflecting a distorted image of friendship. The friend, who once occupied a warm corner in our protagonist's heart, is now a stranger. The phone rings, and it's this friend on the line. But the words that spill out are hollow, echoing in the emptiness that their betrayal has left behind. The conversation becomes a dance around the elephant in the room, the whispered secret, the betrayed trust. Their hypocrisy is glaring. They carry on as if nothing has happened, oblivious or indifferent to the emotional turmoil they've stirred. It's like rubbing salt into a fresh wound, each word a stark reminder of the trust that was squandered. But let's not be blind to the unintended consequences of this betrayal. The protagonist is left isolated, their trust in friendships tainted. They start to build walls, not bridges, with new acquaintances. Their heart, once an open book, is now guarded, the pages locked away. The emotional turmoil is not a mere ripple in a pond, but a stormy wave in the ocean, threatening to pull them under. But remember, every storm passes, and in its wake, it leaves behind a clear sky and a stronger, more resilient individual. In the end, this betrayal, as painful as it might be, serves as a hard lesson. It's a reminder that not all that glitters is gold, and not every friend has your best interests at heart. Betrayal can lead to isolation and distrust, but it also offers an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to reassess, to learn, and to thrive again. It's a journey of self-discovery, an opportunity to find out who your true friends are. Every experience, good or bad, teaches us something. So what can we learn from this tale of betrayal? Let's recap on the journey we've taken today. We've delved into the issue of trust, a fundamental pillar that keeps the friendship ship sailing smoothly. We've explored a tale where this trust was broken, where confidential information was handed like a baton in a relay race, from one friend to another, creating a web of deceit. We've seen the aftermath of such actions, the unintended consequences that ripple out, disturbing the calm surface of relationships. The first lesson here is the importance of honesty in friendships. Just as a house built on a shaky foundation will eventually crumble, so too will a friendship built on lies and deceit. When we share our secrets with friends, we entrust them with a piece of ourselves. Betraying that trust is akin to betraying the person. Therefore, let's strive to be that friend who can be trusted, who respects boundaries, who doesn't partake in mind games like a fool. Secondly, we need to learn to avoid mind games. These are the he said, she said situations, the whispers passed along the grapevine, the indirect conversations. These games are a breeding ground for misunderstandings, mistrust, and conflicts. If there's a need to discuss something, let's do it directly, honestly, and respectfully before God. Finally, let's talk about personal growth after betrayal. It's a harsh lesson, yes, but it's still a lesson. It's an opportunity for us to reassess our relationships, to set stronger boundaries, to grow in wisdom and discernment. It's a chance to learn who our real friends are, those who will stand with us in our darkest hours, those who value us more than a juicy piece of gossip to big themselves up. Remember, it's not the betrayal that defines us, but how we choose to respond to it. So let's choose growth, understanding, and authenticity. Let's rise above the whispers, the games, the deceit. Let's choose to thrive, again and again, in the face of adversity. Like and subscribe to this channel, and thrive again.